Oh, Sakati, why are you playing the... Are you just like a druid main right now? I don't understand. You look so silly. Look at you with your head poking out. I know there's the elite set, or elite looking like set. But your head is little face is poking out of that helmet. It looks so silly. But it's gonna be Sakati. Put in Team Alliance. That was a booming. Looking a lot better. Actually, not that much better. He looks so he looks confused. He looks perpetually surprised. We got us such fab hanging out. Cowering in a corner by himself, shadow stepping, playing human. Oh, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. Playing some Outlaw. Noah playing that demo. We got a Buffalo Bill. AFK. And we got ourselves Katrika, and Team Red is actually missing one. Hopefully you guys get the last person in there. We got ourselves Resistance, the Monk, Unshaken playing Ellie, and we got Beep Beep. Is that supposed to be like that's supposed to be like a what is it? That's a Bluebird and Coyote Roadrunner reference. Beep beep. Beep. We're gonna call you Beep, just because Beep Beep is gonna sound weird. Catch can get him knocked out of AoE. Oh, Catch can knock Zakati out of AoE. Gotta try to put up some damage. This is gonna be Catch actually backing up to get the charge, and a bash comes in, going for half moon, full moon, trying to land the full moon, has it set up and ready to go. Next up, he can land the full moon with the incarnation onto Kachikan. That might be some big damage for Zakati. Malak coming out is actually gonna get reflected onto Zakati right now. Kachikan continuing to pump pressure into the druid. The druid is just not doing that good on health right now. Needs to recover. Renewal coming down. Has the sum for Kachikan if he needs to. Kachikan is going to go for the double charge playstyle against Team Blue. Zakati is trying to get us set up. Still continuing to maintain dodge. There's going to be a lot of damage coming in. Is going to burn the Warlock Hellstone to keep himself float and healthy. Trying to sprint away from Cat. He's going to go for the Warlock port. Kachikan is continuing to chase though. Has him in an execute range. Needs to get a slow on him. Needs to land that execute and continue to slow him. That's going to be disarm coming in for Zakati. Casting those regrowths, and it does land one regrowth. Will Swiftman is going to get a regrowth in there as well, or rejuvenate in there. Kachikan is going to trick it out of that. Will look like a stun, and actually wants to eliminate him. It's going to land an execute, and does continue to go into the next person. Lenoa is up next, not even giving Kachikan a chance to take a breather. That is going to be a reflect coming in onto Lenoa. After that, Maledek, very well played for Kachikan, going to get a port. Kachikan doesn't have the leap for this one. Going to get a slow, no. That's going to be Berserker's Rage coming down. Kachikan is going to get a fear onto all those pets. So that Tyrant, some of the damage the Tyrant is going to do is not going to be that up. Actually, the Tyrant needs to come back, and Kachikan taking the fear. The Tyrant hasn't cast a single spell. Is Tyrant actually going to get a spell in there? Finally gets to blast Kachikan. He's going to charge to it, leaping away. Oh, they took one hit from that Tyrant. Hopefully the Tyrant wasn't the type that consumes all the pets, which actually would be terrible for Lenoa, because that's his front-loaded damage, as the Tyrant actually still does empower all the other pets, all those imps that he has out. Kachikan can get a caught out in the middle of the demon army. Demon invasion right then and there in front of him. Gonna get slows, and a bunch of those pets gonna start kiting them while chasing after Lenoa. Trying to see if he can get some heals off of pets. He continue to get charged off of that imp. That's actually gonna give me Void Inflation coming in for Lenoa. Kachikan is just gonna use the line of sight that he is given with this in order to try to re-heal for a bit. Has the best to heal for now. Has the Doom Guard to generate resources from. Continue to get a lot of rage from him. Has even Enrage available, but that's going to be a stun coming down onto Kachikan right now. Lenoa is going to get more pets in there. Getting intercepted with a charge is going to be horror effect to fear coming onto Cat. Going to get out of it with Berserker's Rage. Wall coming in for Lenoa a little bit early. Is he going to go for a Maledek maybe? Has Reflect. Kachikan has Reflect as well. I think he's waiting for the next. Oh, going to Reflect. Actually trying to see if he can Reflect the Hand of Gul'dan. I don't think it actually works onto Cat, because it's technically an AoE ability coming in from the sky. Trying to get that Shadow Fury in there. Not going to happen. More Hand of Gul'dan's coming out. Getting those imps up and running. Lenoa's going to burn through the Warlock Hellstone. Trying to go for a fear. Not going to happen, as Kachikan is a big Blaze Storm up and running. It's going to be safe chicken for Lenoa. It's going to summon the Tyrant. That Tyrant does sacrifice the imps. Kachikan is out there getting feared. Is going to land a fear. That Tyrant is going to run so far away. Not going to be able to use it. That is the front-loaded Tyrant. That's going to be Kachikan slaying another one. Who is up next? Team Red won't even need the fifth person. It looks like it is going to be maybe Such Fab. He's hanging out on the other side, just running around. I guess that is supposed to be him, technically. The Feral. I think Kachikan's trying to force him to duel. I think it is going to be Shadow Step it. I think it is going to be Shadow Step It. It is going to be Shadow Step It. Just swap it from one into the other. Shadow Step It doesn't really get an open onto Ketchikan or nothing. It's going to roll the bones right now, though. Ketchikan is actually burning through quite a bit of health. It's going to go for a bit of that Blade Storm in there, trying to see if he can dodge a stun. I don't know if he did. That's going to be Disarm onto Ketchikan, trying to get a slow into Shadow Step It, as he's getting some free damage into Cat. Cat is completely armored up. Is going to trick it out of the blind, though, as he sees Shadow Step It's health go lower and lower. Once you get him into that close execute range, double concoction coming down for Shadow Step It. Continue to get a lot of damage out of the Cat with a killing spree to follow, and Ketchikan is going to continue just trying to pump up his health, trying to press his buttons, maybe see if he can get a charge in it. Does let a charge off of Shadow Step It to maintain his health. Hasn't had to pop major defenses quite yet, and that's going to be a slow into Shadow Step It with Whirlwind. Does finding him. That's going to be a charge. Intercepting him. Gouge coming out. Breaks out of Berserker's range. And that's going to be Warlock Hellster coming out. Shadow Step It does get a stun to Cat and can at least give himself a little bit of opportunity to get away from Ketchikan for a moment. Leap and charge coming in. Ketchikan intercepting this rogue as he's trying to hide behind the wall. That's going to be Disarm onto Cat. Can't really do much about it. Gonna try to get away from Shadow Step It, not let him do easy damage. It's gonna be trying to go for Reflect on the Matic. Couldn't quite do it. Shadow Step It, Cloak of Shadows that just in case Ketchikan did get reflected. And while Parry is sitting onto Shadow Step It, Ketchikan can't really do much. Parry is down. Ketchikan is put up in front of the cannon, in front of a firing squad right now. But he's getting closer and closer, lower to health. Ketchikan burning actually through his big major defensive. Does he have a charge off of Shadow Step It to intercept him there? Doesn't have it. No, he does get it at the very last moment, but that gouge is going to stop him and distracts. He still does swipe that heal from Shadow Step It. The rogue is going to have to go for a pretty long game for a big old reset. Versus Ketchikan, has the resource to make it happen, has the playstyle for it. But Ketchikan also has that fully heal heavy playstyle to counter whatever Shadow Step It has. Gonna get himself a roll of the bones, maybe stun to follow. Does get decent buffs in order for procs. That's gonna be stun to Ketchikan. We do have last man joining the fight. It's gonna be Seldex. Literally last man. It's been a while waiting for that guy. Gonna be Disarm onto Ketchikan right now. Grapple hook coming in for Shadow Step It, but maybe Seldex. Maybe he joined in. Maybe he wanted to do this whole thing. Maybe he finally got in. But you know what? He might just get to watch Ketchikan obliterate the rest of the team. That's gonna be chicken out of Ketchikan. We've seen a vanish out of Shadow Step It. This is going to get him so a full reset. Ketchikan needs to find the rogue again. Eye available on one side, Eye not available on the other. He's forced to pick up the Eye if he doesn't want to play the rogue's game. He'll have to. Shadow Step It actually getting kind of close to Ketchikan. Does he know where the rogue is? It does see him. Sap comes in, he's going to Zerker Rage out of it as soon as he gets hit with a Sap. Stun coming in to Ketchikan again in front of a cannon, just taking the pounding from those cannonballs to the face. Is going to get a reflect into Shadow Step It. He's going to land that cloak in there. Not really sure why he uses that mallet. I guess you should probably use it while Ketchikan is stunned or something, so the Ketchikan comes out with no way to heal after. Lands a stun to Cat. That's actually going to be parry for Shadow Step It. Ketchikan charges into it. That's going to be Disarm to follow. Shadow Step It is just dismantling Ketchikan's offensives. That's going to be War Stomp off of that Trinket. Ketchikan finally able to get some healing. Is going to go for a Berserker's Rage. Big charge off of the rogue. Not letting him go anywhere. Short gouge coming in. No Berserker Rage shot of this one. And Ketchikan maybe can get a leap. Does land a leap. It's going to be marked for the stun, but Shadow Step It can at least get Ketchikan low down again. Cannon coming down. Going to do some damage. Blasting Ketchikan. Cat is going to go for some massive damage, though. Shadow Step It used to have an answer for this one. You see out of options. Vanish coming down. Ketchikan does get to AO him a little bit. Does get to slow, but... oh, Shadow Step It coming out with a heal. Ketchikan did not notice where he was at. Gonna have to go for a full reset again. 90% dampening. Waiting for it quite a bit. Shadow Step It doesn't have parry or anything. Big cooldowns coming in out of Ketchikan. It looks like Shadow Step It is out of options. Does get the shortest stun in the world onto Cat, and the Execute Rage Gouge coming out and does go down. What do you go down to? Ketchikan was CC'd for a bit. Next up is going to be Buffalo Bill trying to get in there against Cat. Does he go for the stun playstyle? Looks like he's lagging a little bit. We're going to watch Ketchikan for a moment. Buffalo popping off some cooldowns right now. Mally, Ketchikan reflects it back into Buffalo. Buffalo needs to go for some counter offensive. Might have to burn himself in Rage Regeneration right now in order to get the health caught up to Cat. Cat is continuing to maintain his health. It's going to be a short shield. As safety shield coming down to Buffalo. It is not execute range. Generate regen coming down right now. War Stomp coming in for Cat. Buffalo Bill actual trick is out of the War Stomp just so he doesn't get cleaved down, and Ketchikan still has fair amount of health. Buffalo Bill can't turn this around on him at all. Doesn't have the damage, doesn't have the consistency or the sustain. Does have a stun for Ketchikan though, which might be the difference in this duel. I think Ketchikan's double charge playstyle works a lot better. Buffalo Bill does pop a reflect, but Ketchikan doesn't need no Maledic to take out an enemy. He's gonna get hit with a fear. Zerker rages out of it, getting Buffalo Bill again close to the execute range. Ketchikan burning his massive heal just to get through this. Buffalo Bill is close to dying, does go down. Next up is gonna be Ketchikan versus Suchfab. Suchfab needs to be aware of what's going on. He's got a dance and run. I think he's gonna give Ketchikan this one. I think he just wants to give Kachik in this duel. Come on, give him a real duel, man. Yeah, he's just whatever. Alright, Cat, that's an impressive 1v4, man. I'm not gonna count the fifth one. That's an impressive 1v4, man. Dennis Armor, super solid choice for this fight. Thought he could have all the time. Yeah. This arm is a must-have for Outlaw, especially against melee. It is insanely good.